Six women, one goal. Extreme Huntress.
I hunted with Jean and Jen today. We were in pursuit of trophy blackbuck for Jean. One of the things that she said right off the bat was that she doesn't have a very good sense of direction, and she brought out her GPS.
I always carry GPS. Sense of direction is not one of my strengths.
It's been rather evident to all of us that her sense of direction isn't the best. I don't mind if you use a GPS, but it was never used. It was just revealed. When we got into the hunting area, I wanted to see the girls' driver's license and hunting license. I demonstrated again for her the layout of the area.
Along this creek are mesquite trees. When this is so tall, you may not even see them, so keep that in mind.
And so she developed a plan very confidently.
I'd like to go check out that field.
She was all ready to go, gun loaded, everything down, nothing in the chamber, binoculars, pack, water, everything was ready. I said, got everything? Yep.
I'm loaded. Binos, rangefinder, I'm good.
So what about sticks?
You don't want your shooting sticks.
She has a really hard time with being wrong and acknowledging that, but she did.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, would you carry my shooting sticks? Thank you, Livy.
She said that she wanted to walk in the shadows, and she didn't. She did walk along the mesquite tree lines, but as if she were a ghost, she'd come out in the open and just glass.
These guys have incredible eyes. She's just marching out there way too fast.
Right out in the open with something that stays out in the open to look for predators, just like her. As we walked on the inside of the mesquite, we spooked some animals, and she didn't feel like it was a big deal because it wasn't what we were in pursuit of, but they were spooked, they were making calls, and they were going into the field where the blackbuck lived.
Looks like they're moving off. Yeah, I was thinking we just keep walking and maybe they brush off.
Blackbuck depend on other animals. It's a symbiotic relationship, and so when they hear barks and running, they're likely to evacuate. Our cameraman saw that there was a tree stand. I had explained earlier that, man, it would be great to get an elevation point so we could see at a distance. Well, she put her sport ears in and she heard our conversation. We get up close to this tree. I thought she might just walk on by, but she heard us.
I want to get up right here a little bit so you can see a little bit out further. I think we can have more visual. Lots of spider webs up here.
And here Jen and I, I'm 5'4", she's 5 foot. We're standing down low, watching the blackbuck doe, and she's up high with an advantage. She came back down, came over to where we were, and she's like, oh, there's a blackbuck doe. But I guess you guys already saw that. There's a lot to a hunt and a lot of things to consider and deliberate. I'm afraid that this hunt wasn't a very good hunt. It didn't reveal much of a huntress to me. Actually, Jen was the one that spotted the game. I think that Jean often has a mission, but actually those animals can be right on top of her. They can be right next to her, they can be behind her.
She never once looked behind her. I looked behind us a lot, and she missed animals behind us.
And she doesn't really pay attention to the full surroundings. Jen stopped her. There's blackbuck, there's zebra. She made her aware of the wildlife that was within close proximity.
Get the full Extreme Huntress experience from dangerous game to the biathlon with the app, available for Android and iPhone.
Century Arms has made the world's most reliable rifle better. We believe that anything can be made better when you throw the might of American manufacturing behind it. Our engineers, who formerly built America's warplanes, begin working on a new set of prints. Stronger materials, the best coating, modern engineering, tighter tolerances with parts designed from the ground up to work together the correct way. Welcome to the world of the American AK.
I explained to Jean probably half a dozen times, blackbuck and their color phases aren't necessarily an indication of anything. It all has to do with the time of year, sun bleaching, the rut, genetics. There's a lot of reasons why a blackbuck may not be totally black. When we did get in there, actually Jen was the one that spotted the game. So Jean glassed, and she looked things over. But when you're looking at things that all you can see is the top of their backs, occasionally, now all you see is 4 of them, there might actually be 20 of them, but you can't see everything.
There was absolutely blackbuck in. Absolutely. May not have been able to see them, but there's no way they were not in there.
Move in and out. Go to an area where they're more exposed than other areas, and sometimes you don't even see the things.
If we can stay downwind, I'd like to be able to kind of follow them in and maybe like along that pathway.
Big Daddy came out, and she actually glassed this direction. She was focused on the zebra. Zebra was something that she thought was really cool.
I'm looking for Big Black Daddy.
I can speculate that maybe she wouldn't have anticipated that it was him because he wasn't black on top. But he was feeding there, off to the side, and he was there for a long time. So she really did have about 3 or 4 minutes to spot him within 100 yards. But she didn't, and Jen didn't happen to notice it either.
Then we saw them, but they were not in the meadow. They were kind of in the trees, and I never saw the blackbuck.
I never pointed him out, by the way. Until this thing actually airs, she won't have known that he was there.
Let's go this way and then.
So she went on her mission to go to the edge of this pond and see what's around in this other open field. Found an axis deer.
That's an axis deer. Man, you're good at spotting. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Can I hunt it? Can I shoot it? I can shoot it from here, 250 yards.
Man, it's a beautiful animal.
Shooting over water isn't a very good idea. I don't want to shoot over water. I don't want to shoot at 250 yards with someone that I haven't seen shoot such great distances. And that was okay. She was fine with it. She's a very confident and bold hunter. But humility is a very important thing. She has a lot of room for improvement. Excellent at her challenges, but we're all in this together. So camaraderie is a big part of this.
Extreme Huntress is brought to you by these proud supporters. Please support them. Next time on Extreme Huntress, our huntresses take on public speaking and anti-hunters. Who has what it takes? Tune in to find out. And don't forget to vote for your favorite huntress at extremehuntress.com.